subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
Family, did y'all hear about Larry Hoover? Did you guys hear that Trump commuted the sentence of Larry Hoover, ex-gang leader of Chicago, the infamous Mr. Larry Hoover? And a lot of people were discussing this today. A lot of people were talking about that. A lot of people, when they heard that Trump gave him a pardon and commuted his federal sentence, a lot of people were like, oh, damn, Larry Hoover's coming home. Larry Hoover's coming home. Not quite. Not quite. Larry Hoover's not coming home. He's not coming home. We got to understand something. Larry Hoover had a federal sentence and there's a state sentence. And the state sentence, he's in there for murder, like a 1973 murder, some dude named Pookie. So that sentence is like 200 years. So even though Trump has commuted the federal sentence, there's still that state sentence that a governor would have to commute. And I think your governor is the Pritzker guy, right? The Pritzker guy. And I don't think he's going to do it, but it would be nice if he would. Would like to see Brother Larry Hoover get out because he's more of a political prisoner at this point. But a lot of people thought that Larry Hoover was going to be coming to the crib. Not quite. Not quite. And that's probably why Trump put that together. And Trump also gave a pardon to NBA Youngboy, by the way, from what I understand. He gave a complete pardon for him too. Now, this some people believe this is a political chess move. So we got to watch it now. We got to watch it. This could be a political chess move. Some people are saying this could be setting the stage for a Derek Chauvin federal pardon. So if you pardon a high-profile black figure first, people believe that Trump could frame a potential pardon of Chauvin as a balance. Like, hey, look, I'm not giving preferential treatment just because he's white. I pardoned Larry Hoover. Hey, come on, I pardoned NBA Youngboy. I'm very fair. You see? Even though Chauvin still has state case, he has the state sentence too. So even if he got a federal pardon from Trump, he still has to deal with that state case. Yeah. Some people are like, okay, he could be using Larry Hoover as symbolism without setting him free. You know, the Trump administration, they know that there's still a state conviction in Illinois, so they know he's not going to be free. So that's kind of a safe political stunt. And Trump can still gain credibility with certain black voters and influencers without actually releasing somebody from the system. And also, this could be used to neutralize the criticisms of the January 6th insurrectionists and him pardoning them. Because Trump was already under fire for giving a pardon to those J6 insurrectionists. We've had him call up here. We've debated him. So giving a pardon to Hoover and NBA Youngboy, that gives him a chance to say, hey, look, I give second chances to everybody, black gang leaders, rappers, and patriots. So, it's a good political tactic to kind of deflect accusations of racial favoritism, yeah, towards white extremists. And this could be used for some type of symbolic currency for political leverage. Pardons are always forms of political currency. Yeah, and it might not free the individuals, but it sends a signal to the followers out there, especially in urban areas, that Trump is somebody who listens to the streets. So that undermines a lot of these Democratic strongholds, you see, because how they're jugging it to the Democrats. See, that's what hurt the Democrats last time. Remember when Trump got out of office last time, pardon Kodak Black. Didn't he pardon Lil Wayne? Pardon Harry O. He was pardoning a lot of high profile black people. and that was sticking it to the Democrats because these folks were, it was some of these Democrat prosecutors and people like that putting them in jail. You see, and some people think, okay, he might be targeting that disillusioned black male demographic. He might be trying to appeal to the rising demographic of young black men out here who are skeptical of both parties. So that's a way to kind of signal that anti-establishment energy and basically exploit the dissatisfaction that many people have with the damn Democrats. You know, it's a very, very interesting dynamic. Um, Also, some people look at it like, okay, he might be gaining street cred without offering any tangible justice. Trump understands the power of symbolism and, giving these pardons that'll give social currency. Um, but it really has no impact on Hoover's imprisonment. And some people, again, this could be like a preemptive cultural backlash to a Derek Chauvin pardon. Yeah. So he'll say, hey, look, I pardon people from all walks of life. And he just pardoned that couple, that white couple. They had a TV show. They country as hell. I think they're from Georgia. He gave them a pardon. He's been giving a lot of pardons to a lot of white folks. So, he has to make it look balanced. He has to make it look real balanced, and he has to rewrite the narrative around crime and redemption. So mixing in Larry Hoover, NBA YoungBoy, the J6ers, and all of them in the same pardon discussion, Trump could rebrand criminal justice and say it's less about race and it's more about his power to forgive. So that puts him and not the courts or the Constitution at the center of justice. You know, and some people look at it like he's using the pardons to gaslight critics and basically disarm opposition. The media and the Democrats, they always they criticize Trump for a whole bunch of stuff. So he can say, "Hey, look, why are you mad at me? I'm fair. I'm fair all across the board." So it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. But I would love to see Hoover get out. I would love to see Hoover get out and do his thing. He's been in jail for shit decades. So it's like I said, it's more of a political prisoner type thing. All right, let me get some more folks in here. Big King. Let's get Big King in the building. Big King in the building. Hop on in, Big King.
What's up, Tariq?
My brother, sir.
Not much. I wanted to ask, man, because you was speaking on bloodlines
Yeah.
earlier. I just want to ask, like, do you believe in the albino theory at all?
What?
So there's like 7 types of albinos, and apparently one of them is the what essentially created white people.
Okay, now 7 types of albinos. Now wait, I haven't heard about those 7 types.
Yeah, you should look into it. Apparently, like the type 2 albino is basically white people.
Okay, where'd you read that?
I mean, I got it from you know, I heard through the grapevine.
It sounds like you did a nigga off. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying
Okay,
it's a theory. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking.
okay, brother. Big King, we got to lay off that weed. Got to lay off that weed and stop having them cut that weed with fentanyl. That's weed talk, brother. Listen, brother. I heard there's 7 albinos and 8 types of hermaphrodites. Okay. Can we touch on that? Because I was walking down the street and I heard some Hebrew Israelites talking about this. Yeah, okay. That's why I say, where'd you hear this? What was the source? Well, I just heard it. No, come on. Yeah, look, sometimes, okay, when you hear something, you gotta kind of fact check it a little bit. Because people just be, y'all don't believe everything y'all hear. My son be doing that. My son, He's 8. Anything he see on TikTok, they just be saying bullshit. He be believing it. Dad, is the sun gonna crash into the earth on Monday? Like, no. Well, somebody on TikTok said it. Like, boy, I don't believe everything they say on no damn TikTok. They say anything on there. People just be saying shit for clicks and views. Huh? Damn. Come on, y'all. Stop believing everything these idiots are saying on the internet, man. Well, there's 7 types of albinos. Okay, that's some weed shit. That's what get high on weed. Listen, nigga. Listen. Look, we got to talk about the 7 types of albinos. All right. Because, see, if I on these white bitches, they ain't really white. They're really black, but they're the 5th type of albino. That's what she did real. She's a 5th element red bone. That's what I got. So technically, she's not a white woman. So, I'm still good. That's 7 types of albino. That's some shit with who want to give them a snow bunny. That's what they say. That's snow bunny chasing nigga talk right there. Well, you're trying to rationalize smashing white women. All right, just say you want a white woman, nigga. No, she ain't white. That's a 4th degree albino. No. You got to understand. She is a depigmented sister. She has vitiligo. No. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. God. Okay. Let me get a couple of more folks in here. Y'all raise your hand because y'all not raising them hands. Let's get Rodrigo in here. Rodrigo Del Rio. Rodrigo, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't agree with that
Oh,
necessarily. I believe that some albinos they are black.
oh,
Most albinos are
speaking
black.
of albino, we got a Puerto Rican albino. He's a 4th degree albino with Goya powder. Okay. What?
No. I'm Afro American. I'm
No,
FBA. All my family's FBA.
you're not. You're not. Stop trying to.
We go through this every time I get on the phone,
You,
Tariq. You
you,
can't
you
do
are
this every time, Papa. You can't lie on my
you are
ethnicity.
not FBA. You are Puerto Rican. Be a Puerto.
I told you my grandfather comes from Sanford,
No,
Florida.
no, 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 no. They come from Taco Bell. That's where they come from. Dude.
No, and this is what I'm saying. This is why we can't get nowhere as a community, that because people
No,
like you wanna be
you ain't
divisive.
from Sanford. You from Salsa, Goya.
No, Sanford,
No,
Florida.
Salsa,
I
Goya.
can put my grandfather on the line if you want.
Salsa, Goya. That's where you from. Salsa, Goya.
Well, one of these days I'm going to request up and I'm going to put my grandfather on the phone with you and have you talk to
And
him.
I'm going to tell him I want my bean burrito with some extra cilantro sauce on that.
You're very
Oh,
divisive, and I wanted to know one thing before I get off. What do you think about the redheads? They're saying that the redheads are black now too. So if the red
yeah. Get off. Bye, nigga. You are not FBA. Boy, I hate this dude. He always trying to cosplay as us. You ain't FBA, nigga. Damn, he got a whole accent and everything. I'm FBA, nigga. I'm a FBA dude. If you don't go in there and make some damn menudo and shine your penny loafers and walk to the bodega and get the hell out of my face, hell out of here. I'm trying to cosplay. Get your ass out of here. Damn, dude. Oh, okay. Let's get this brother. I don't know what your name is, sir. It's a very African name. So let's get our African cat up here. What's up, brother? What is your name? Abimelech? Abimelech? What's up, brother? Abimelech. Am I pronouncing your name right, sir? Hop on. Debanga, Mr. Debanga. All right, Mr. Debanga. I'm trying to get you on, brother. You're not saying nothing, sir. All right. Mr. Debanga ain't saying nothing, so let's get some other folks down here. Y'all raise your hands. Let's do it like that. You raise your hands if you are ready.
Hello.
What's up, Mr. Debanga?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to know how goes the government of Donald Trump because he he stopped every program in the character of the students. That's why I want to ask the question about what properly need to do with student in the world. And me too, I'm student. That's why I asked that question.
I, I, I don't quite understand what you said. Now, Trump did something with students. What did he do?
Let me set an example.
Okay.
Right? Yes, what I'm saying is about the program of school. In the world, there is some program is micro scholarship access program. Do you know
Okay. There
that?
were some scholarships and access programs. Okay.
Yes. And in the world right now, this program is stopped. That's why I want to know how does he do something like it.
I I just don't know what you're asking, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what he's asking. I just don't know it. I don't know. I wish I could really understand what he was trying to say. I tried to give everybody a fair shot. I just don't know. I don't know what he's saying. There's a program, nigga. It is a scholarship and some food and Donald Trump and what. I just want to know why. Well, I don't know what you're asking, brother. I'm trying to give you the bit. I just don't know what he's asking. That's our brother, and with love and respect. I just didn't understand, and I apologize that I couldn't really understand. It was a bad translation. But diplomat, hop on in. Diplomat. Oh, diplomat bounce. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I try to work through the language barriers.
I need some more work, baby, tonight. Mm, I need some more work on me tonight.